happy. You're not yourself. You're off balance. You're confused. You're angry. But most importantly, you're a liar. Yeah, I said it. You're a liar. You've been lying to everybody for years. Lying about where you come from. Lying about what you did. Lying about who you truly are. You're a killer, man. You always have been. And you always will be. It's in your nature. And what a shame for you to lower yourself all these years just to make all of them feel like they are on your level. It's time. It's time. It's been time. Look, man, I'm starving. We're starving. Help us help each other. Ain't that what this is all about? And now they're exposing the cracks between you and your brother. Well, whose fault do you think that is, huh? Answer me. Answer me. Answer me. Answer me.
Hey, we're soon gonna talk about this, the incoming, soon-to-be heel turn of Montez Ford that they have cooking in WWE. What's next for Montez Ford and his new, profound, soon-to-be heel? I got Good Bread Wrestling with me. We gonna talk about it here, guys. We gonna get the license. We come in. We gonna talk about it here. It's something to discuss, a topic that soon's going to that we're ignoring. That's going over our heads right now because everything else in WWE. But this needs to happen sooner than later. Much soon.
Absolutely. So, guys, today we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly with this situation. And we're going to start out with the good. In my opinion, like you said, CBK, this needs to happen like right now.
Mm-hmm. This is a hot topic. Very hot.
With Montez being the star that he is, this will open up a new lane for another solo star. Maybe they can actually do something with this solo star. Because
Probably.
if you ask me, Street Profits as a group, they never reached their full potential as a tag team in WWE. It started with NXT. They never really got their shine on in NXT. They were pushed and rushed to the main roster. And then from the main roster, we all know what happened. They were looked over, they throw the title on them, then they take the title off of them, but it's no real push. The Street Profits should be over. AEW came around and they had the private party, and if you notice, the private party looks similar to the Street Profits. Private party is no more, and now the Street Profits, it's only right that we just dissolve this tag team. It was a good try. It didn't work.
No, not at all. You're actually spot on. I have noticed that, like, we've seen many tag teams from that particular era rise. War Raiders, during that time, War Raiders, Undisputed Era. You had even the Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. Them guys did good. Mustache Mountain, a lot of good tag teams. Gallus, a lot of them. They came up, did their thing. It's like Street Profits always at the back of the line, even main roster. I always felt that New Day was overlooked over them. It was always New Day they pushed over them. Because you notice this recent tag team that they just won, it was the same time New Day were tag team champs for Raw. So
I agree with that. And another team that overlooked them, another team they were overlooked by was Enzo and Cass.
That's another tag team, yes.
Yeah, they was in NXT together. Then they both got called up. Enzo and Cass separated, and we split them up. And we never focused in on the Street Profits.
Well, you know what it is too. I think the reason why they weren't really reached their prominence like they should. If you remember, shortly before they made to the main roster, they were testing them out on Raw. and they were like doing backstage segments, real goofy segments. And I think because of that, they weren't really taken seriously as a legit tag team that could be a threat to other tag teams and become tag team champions. They was never taken seriously, and they try to make them serious now, but it's like you said, a little, too late. You know?
Absolutely. Now, another good note, on a good note, another reason why this would be a good thing for Montez right now is because you have the Usos back together. See, now when you split tag teams up, you got to have other tag teams. So we know that
Yes.
they cater to the demographics, they cater to the nationality. So we know that New Day is a part of that black tag team. They're a part of the black demographics. We couldn't break the Street Profits up if we had the Usos separated. So
True.
we done took Jay Uso now. He had his single run, and we now put him back with his brother. So now that's a tag team. So now we can afford to take a risk and see how this Montez Ford project
Yeah,
work
and
out by himself.
yeah, and it's perfect because it's nothing stopping them. They got the Usos back in the fold. SmackDown's looking for a next single star. I don't see it. We saw what happened with Drew McIntyre at WrestlePalooza. We already know how that ended. Cody needs challengers, and if he ain't in the main event, at least start Montez off in the mid card scene, which is the United States title. Sammy needs a legit contender. Start him off there, like something. They need a next single star, and they don't have that right now. Now, the only thing I'm concerned with Montez Ford, why this may be an issue, or should I say a roadblock, there's another single star that's also on SmackDown in the name of Carmelo Hayes. Is that going to be a issue, or are they going to have those two rival against one another, and maybe Montez can go over Carmelo? I don't know if they're going to do it that way. That can't work, but it can raise the eyebrows. How's he going to go solo? Already got a young black star, which is Carmelo, and he's younger than Montez now. So that's the only thing I'm concerned about. Unless you move Carmelo to Raw, that's a possibility too. I highly doubt they do that right now because he ain't ready for Raw. But we got to see how would that work with him. That's what I thought about. How can it work with Carmelo? Unless they go be
That's
feud with each
excellent.
other.
That's an excellent assessment of character, and you are absolutely right. They are practically the same character. They are
Yes.
practically the same exact character. Now, what I want to add to that is that's part of the bad.
Yeah.
Another good note right now. Another good note. Let me get back to the good note, right?
Okay.
Reason why I say this would be the best time for Montez is because who is his wife?
Oh, the EST, Bianca Belair.
And she has no timetable on her return. But
Nope.
we see that WWE, they want to make bank off of her appearances. So who better else to have as his
He's her
manager
husband. His her
than
husband. Yeah.
right?
And they
This way
could be
you
a
get
big
to
spooks.
see Bianca, you get to see her, you get to show her, you get to display her, and
Well,
she don't have to necessarily be in any kind of physical altercation because she'll
that's what I was
just be
gonna
his
ask.
manager.
Well, is that what's gonna happen? Is Bianca gonna manage Montez and then B-Fat breaks off with Dawkins, or she breaks off with Michian? What happens with B-Fat? Do she go off with him, or she gonna do her own thing?
See, now I see VFab going off to do her own thing because you
Yeah.
mentioned this on a couple of your podcasts, and I like that take. How they don't know what they want to do with BFab. They
Mm-mm.
had BFab 1 minute chilling with the prophets, and
And
then the
then she with
next minute she's
Michian.
in
Like,
the
what's going
yeah.
on? Are you with Michian? Or are you with the prophets?
Me, how I will book it, I will have her start out with Montez, and I will bring Bianca back and have Bianca just turn heel on
And,
BFab
and beat her
and
up
run
too. Yeah,
and
beat
beat
her
her
up.
up. Dawkins, it's not a total loss for Dawkins, and a lot of people may be feeling. A lot of people are talking like if Dawkins will lose steam. I can see Dawkins fitting in to the Wyatt Six. How do you think Dawkins will fit in with the
That's
Wyatt
actually a
Six?
good idea. He could fit to the him and Rowan, like you said before. Him and Rowan can work. That can work. That could be a good idea. They could do that. They could run with that narrative. He could be with Rowan. I like that pairing.
Big body. He's a big body,
Hmm.
and you can put a mask on him. And I kind of saw shades of him in the YS6 when him and Montez had that intro, and they had the
Yeah,
little Mega Man mask. They had the
yeah.
robot mask on. Dawkins is fitting to let Bo Dallas get in his brain. So I can definitely see Dawkins joining himself with that stable.
That's a good idea. I can't see where else we go because the only other option is, which we don't know what's gonna happen with them, is Solo, the My Family Tree, whatever's going on with that. He ain't gonna be with them. That's Samoan. So, and but yeah, that would be a good assessment. Good point. I didn't even think of put with Y6. I was just gonna
Right.
say have him with BFAT, maybe BFAT manage him. They break off. After BFAT gets attacked by Bianca, I was thinking maybe she will manage Dawkins for a little bit. No, I'm on your side, Dawkins. We ain't messing with this, just me and you. That's the only
Yeah,
thing I just thought of.
I definitely could see that, but just for one, that's a one-off. I could see that for the feud that Dawkins will have with Montez, because after
Yeah,
Montez turn, he definitely gonna go into a feud with Dawkins. They probably fight for about two pay-per-views, stipulation matches, and that's when you'll break. That's when Dawkins and B-Fab will be on align each other. But after that feud, I don't see, I don't see much value in Dawkins and
nah,
B-Fab.
nah. BFAB is better off with either by herself or with me, Chin. I can see her getting more value that way. Because if
Yep.
anything, it's gonna actually take attention off Dawkins. That's what we don't want. So, yeah, you got a good point
Now,
there.
another question that I got for you: can you see
But
Dawkins doubling back, going to NXT as a solo character and making some good matches with Oba Femi and the guys that we have down in NXT?
that's a possibility. If he ain't gonna be Bino with Femi, but he definitely be a good opponent. I don't see him Bino with
Yeah.
Femi because he
Now I
gonna be
don't see
similar.
him.
Yeah, he gonna be like how Moose was, something like that. Put over talent. Still waiting for Omos to come face Oba. I guess that ain't never gonna happen. Stuff like that. Absolutely, though. Yeah.
Yeah. So now, what are some of the ugly? What are some of the what? Well, we already know.
Oh,
One
I
of the
know what the ugly
ugliest is
is. Look at heavy machinery. Tucker and Otis. That's what I
yes,
think can happen.
yes,
We ain't gonna
yes.
talk about no Janetti Shawn Michaels. We talking about big guys. These Montez and Dogs are not little dudes. They're big guys. Dawkins is what 6'5" and Montez is 6'3". He's some big guys. It's just Dawkins got a bigger body. Montez is just more, of course, fit. He's very fit as we can see, but he's still a tall guy. I would say heavy machinery route. We
And
seen
and
that.
and another part of the ugly is this whole New Day thing.
Yeah.
WWE have a problem with character changing, going from over the top baby faces to
Hmm.
heels.
I
They
see
have
that.
this New Day thing did not work. And I
No,
would
it worked
hate
in the
to
worst way.
turn Montez heel and then run a program like the way they got this New Day going. That's the ugliest thing that could happen to Montez and his heel turn. What do you think?
Uh, I think so. I agree because Montez, you gotta do everything calculated right, and that's WWE's problem. They just don't jump on stuff like they should. They never jumped on stuff right away. Why? I don't know. They never good at that. Look at Carmelo Hayes, for example. Is he being booked like he should, or they got him this lame tag team with the Miz right now? Let's be honest. Is he really being booked like he should? Of the guy we know, Mel from NXT. When I saw Melo go back to NXT to team with Trick, I said that's the Melo we need on SmackDown. We need that Melo. But no, we get some watered down version with the Miz, which I'm not feeling too much. You know what I mean? So that's just my opinion on that. I think they could do a lot better. Um, I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say it. Triple H said he looks at talent. That's true. For some reason, he doesn't book the black wrestlers very well. I'm sorry, I hate to say that. He does not book them well. I'm not saying he don't like them. He just don't book them very well. He's very poor at booking black wrestlers. Male
and
wrestler, I
that's
mean.
because
Male, not
and
the
that's
women, but male.
that's partly because he doesn't relate to our culture.
No,
We
he
gotta
don't.
understand in order to in order for us to see what we like on our TV, it got to be
Hmm.
relatable. You got to have these characters relate. And Triple H and the WWE writers team, they do a
And
horrible job of
yeah,
relating to these characters.
yeah. Shawn Michaels don't even book that bad when it comes to black wrestlers. He got some kind of idea. Triple H just no idea whatsoever. None. He's just not
I
good at.
can't even give Shawn Michaels credit because Shawn Michaels have the best black wrestler as his champion, and he's booking Oba Femi to shit right now. Oba Femi has no opponents. We talked about this a long time ago,
That's
and
right.
we
That's true.
predicted that Oba run will
He
be
did.
similar to the Ultimate
And
Warriors
I
run.
and that's one thing I wish we was not right about. That's one thing I wish we was wrong about. I thought that W was gonna prove us wrong, change everything, and and defy the odds. And they obviously did not. They did not defy the odds. They actually just proved our
Absolutely,
point. They proved our point. Do exactly what we thought he was gonna do. And I
yeah.
hate that it has to come down to that, but it's the ultimate truth.
It stems to big men. They have a problem booking the big men. Then when you add the color to it, it gets even deeper. It gets even worse.
Well,
But
Carmelo's
to
not a big man,
yeah,
and he ain't being booked right. He's not a big dude, so I can't even say that. I think he's not black wrestlers, period. Because Carmelo should be booked way better. Why Carmelo has not been a serious contender for the United States title until now? He should have been in that picture. Why are they doing this
and
bump tag team with Miz? Miz, I get it. He helps the younger guys, but Melo don't need that right now. It's just not what he needs. That's just what I'm saying.
the worst thing that they did for Melo was bring him to the main roster too early. No, Melo should not be on the main roster. Like, who told them to bring Melo to the main roster? They should not have brought him, and that's their problem. They're producing very good
Mm-hmm.
talent down in
Yeah.
NXT, but when it's
Yeah.
time for them to move on, they have no TV time or
Nothing.
storylines for these guys. They sent him up and put him right in his first day with Cody.
Yeah, the first
So
match.
you're gonna
Yep.
use, and this is what I mean by WWE bugging.
Yeah,
And Melo
I
is
was not a fan of that. I wasn't a fan of that at all.
Melo is future talent. He the future. But you'll use your future. You sacrifice your future to get over your current. Cody is our current champion. So we use the future to get over the current, and now we're at the future, and our future is looking bleak. It struggles because it's no credibility there. It's no credibility there. Now, had he beat Cody, because it was a non-title match, it wasn't like the title was on the line.
True, true, true.
He could have beat Cody.
He could have beat him.
That would have he would have had something to go into in the future. He could be hanging his hat on that. That
Yeah,
could be I beat the champion. I beat the champion. Even if you're gonna book him to lose, like how you've been booking him, he will still have that claim to fame. That look, my first night, I beat the champion. I'm the future, but you can't. And then WWE keeps signing these people for pops. So we elevate Melo, then we ultimately bring in a whole group of free agents for the mid card scene in your Jacob Fatu's. You got a bunch of Samoans running
yeah.
wild
That I don't understand. I don't understand that. I'm not feeling that
so
at
it's like
all.
their greed for talent is backing them into a corner because you
I
have
see
a
that now.
boatload of talent and you ain't got the hours to display your talent. But in any event, I just wanted to chop it up with you on the good, the bad, and the ugly
Yeah, he needs to.
concerning.
Yeah, Montez Ford needs to get it going, and hopefully they do that soon. And develop something for him. I mean, we seen you guys just do this with Jey Uso. I know he's Samoan, but we're talking about one half of a long-term tag team. If it was success with that, you can make it work with Montez.
I agree. I think Montez is money. He is
Yeah,
money if you do it right. He is money if you do it right. And miss me with the he's not ready. The difference between a mid Carter and a over the top superstar is the pin. This is a scripted sport. We can script Montez to be very good. Very, very good. Because he has the natural ability, he has the talent, and he has the charisma. And I think we saw
Yeah,
that when he took the guy's leg and beat him with the
yep,
leg
yeah,
and
like
had
Shawn
AEW
Michaels.
copying him.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
he had AEW Ricochet win and copied the
copied
exact
him.
same week.
Yep, I remember that. Yep.
So it's all up to the booking, man. It's how they book it. But I would
Yeah.
love to see Montez go full blown with this heel turn, and WWE just got to book it right.
And they got to give
You're
him a
right.
chance. They got to give him a chance, bro. Y'all ain't even get a man a chance. I've seen y'all take chances on people that shouldn't even got a chance that soon. So I know you can do it with him. That's all I'm saying.
It's true. It's true. I would never forgive them for for having to sit there and watch Jinder Mahal go from 3 and B to our
A jobber,
WWE
a jobber.
to our champion.
Yeah,
Oh my God!
that man was a jobber. I mean, even Drew
All because he
McIntyre.
had the look. All
Yeah,
because he had the look.
and Drew another one from the same group. He also look where he came from. I know he was the chosen one, and all that, but he still was a jobber at one point. He was a joke. He went from mid card to jobber, got released, and came back WWE champion. So miss me with that too. You could do it. You could do it. With, y'all pick and choose who y'all want to put. But we know Triple H got his favorites, so we know
We
that
do.
too. Mm-hmm.
We know he got his favorites. I like that idea that you said though earlier. I can see Montez and Sami Zayn. That's a 5-star classic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And him and Melo can have a feud too. If you at least put them together, have them feud over each other. They could fight.
Yeah, they can fight. We know that that's part of WWE problem because they run with this demographic. Like the black guys can only fight the black guys, and the black women only fight the black women, and the Asians fight the Asians, and it's like we don't mix these things up. We run on a program. It's like we cater to an audience, a niche audience, instead of just putting it all in there, putting all them characters in that pot, and just the best matches win.
That's right. Yeah. I can see Melo and Montez having a great feud. Yeah, Melo could be on some disrespectful stuff, bro. Disrespecting Montez. Or Montez could say, I'm taking over now. It's mine. I've been doing this too long. He could just pretend like Carmelo's a nobody. That can work, Jack. That can work. That story can work. Let one of them be the United States champion. They can fight over that belt. I mean, there's a lot of ideas that could derive from that. That could work.
Right. I mean, I would have him. I would create a love triangle. I would have Melo try to get at Bianca, and Montez don't like that.
Or
I would go all the way in.
Or you could do one better. You could have the women, Kalani and Bianca, have a mishap. Them guys step in. And I can see Montez telling Carmelo, you need to check your lady. And Carmelo said, I don't need to check no, you need to check your lady. They can start off that too.
That's also a possibility. A mixed tag team match.
Yes.
That's great. That sounds
Yeah.
good. That's entertaining. And we know WWE are booking for pops now.
Yeah, they
and
love
they're
that.
also going full blown with this power couple thing.
Yep, they love that. We seen that with it's like you said, Seth and Becky and AJ and Punk. But I would love to see, and that could introduce Kalani to the main roster for a little bit. At least we can see her face on there. That could help her out too. Like, hey, it's the first time you really seeing more Kalani with her real life fiance, which is Carmelo Hayes.
Guys, so we're going to take this to the comment section. You guys let us know, what would you like to see going forward with this Montez heel turn? Do you want him to turn heel? Should he stay as a Street Profit? How do you guys think? That's what
This is a wreck. He's moving like an uncaged animal.
No lie, he's wild in there.